Good evening, you're watching 7 at 7 on India Today. I'm Preeti Chaudhary. Let me take you through the headlines. Naidu 4.0 Sarkar begins. Chandrababu Naidu takes oath as Andhra Chief Minister. Pawan Kalyan sworn in as his deputy. Prime Minister Modi, Pawan, Chiranjeevi, Bonhomme on full display. Odisha gets its first ever BJP government. Mohan Majhi sworn in as Chief Minister. He has two deputy CMs. Prime Minister Modi and Naveen Babu also share dais for the mega swearing-in. Sandalwood murder case gets murkier. Sources say Darshan and wife were at the shed where victim's body was found. Darshan's car seen at murder spot also seized. Over 40 Indians killed in tragic Kuwait building fire. Prime Minister Modi condoles death, assures full assistance. MOS External Affairs heads to Kuwait. No stay on NEET UG counselling by Delhi High Court. National Testing Agency to now move Supreme Court to transfer all pleas over NEET controversy. Constitution showdown rages on. Rahul Gandhi mocks Prime Minister Modi for bowing to Constitution. Says the Prime Minister is now suddenly forced to show respect to Samvidhan. India's retail inflation eases to a one-year low. It now stands at 4.75% against 4.83% in April. Industrial production also grows by 5%. Naidu 4.0 Sarkara in Andhra begins today. Chandrababu Naidu returns as Chief Minister for the fourth time for the state. This time, though, he's going to have his deputy in Pawan Kalyan, who took oath right after him. With Prime Minister Modi leading the flock, the ceremony saw the presence of key BJP leaders, including a fair share of star power.
N Chandrababu Naidu ane nenu.
It's now officially Naidu Nadu.
Andhra Pradesh Rashtra Mukhyamantri.
An emotional Chandrababu Naidu took oath as Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh in a massive grand ceremony in Vijayawada. The VVIP attendee was Prime Minister Modi, who flew down from Delhi to witness the historic swearing-in ceremony. Prime Minister Modi was seen embracing Naidu warmly and patting him on his back as the bonhomie between the two leaders was visible to all. Next to take oath was Pawan Kalyan, who is now the Deputy CM of Andhra Pradesh.
Konidala Pawan Kalyan ane nenu.
His proud wife was seen clicking the memorable moment on her phone as her superstar husband took oath. Soon after being sworn in, Kalyan walked right up to his superstar elder brother, mega star Chiranjeevi, to take his blessings. Naidu's son Nara Lokesh also took oath as his family watched on proudly.
Nara Lokesh anenu. శాసనము ద్వారా నిర్మితమైన భారత రాజ్యాంగం పట్ల
20+ ministers, all handpicked by CM Naidu, took oath, majority of them TDP leaders, and overall 3 from JanaSena and only 1 from BJP. But it was moments from the swearing-in that got everyone talking. Soon after the ceremony, Pawan Kalyan was seen requesting Prime Minister Modi to meet his brother, and the Prime Minister was more than happy to oblige. What followed was a photo op that Andhra won't forget soon. Prime Minister Modi held up the Konidela brothers' hands in victory.
Mega star, power star.
As a proud Chiranjeevi was seen pinching Pawan Kalyan's cheeks. Prime Minister Modi was seen also interacting with superstar Rajnikant and his wife on stage, as well as Telugu superstar and Neta Balayya.
పలకరిస్తున్నారు ప్రధాని.
వారి
What a
దంపతుల్ని
sight, ladies and gentlemen.
A memorable swearing-in ceremony for CM Chandrababu Naidu.
How do you feel?
I feel great, Andy. It's people's victory, people's freedom fight. They got their freedom. That's why they voted for him, because they believe in his leadership, that he will take the state way forward with a lot of good development for the people.
Naidu now has to hit the ground running to fulfill the promises he's made to Andhra.
మంత్రివర్గ సభ్యులు
Bureau Report, India Today.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद माननीय श्री हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी को.
Well, one of the most heartwarming swearing-in ceremonies that one would have witnessed. I want to bring in T.S. Sudhir, political analyst, looking closely at the developments in Andhra Pradesh. Fourth-time Chief Minister once again, Chandrababu Naidu, T.S. Sudhir. But the big question, Chandrababu Naidu, as you know, the swearing-in, lovely, but the real work will now begin. And for Chandrababu Naidu, who many say it was Amravati, which is his undoing, he's back pushing the same narrative.
Absolutely. In fact, that would be at the center of his attention as far as governance goes in the next 5 years to build Amravati, which is a greenfield capital project. But it's not just Amravati. There is the Polavaram irrigation project. Plus, there is also finances to be raised to give more welfare shops to the people. Just to look at the statistics, and I'll give you two pieces of statistics. The YSRCP government used to give 3,000 rupees pension every month. For the physically challenged, the TDP promised that they will increase it to 6,000 rupees per month. The monthly welfare pension was 3,000 rupees. From July 1, it will be raised to 4,000. So that itself raises the number of the amount, which was about 1,939 crore rupees per month, to about 2,800 rupees, 2,800 crore rupees per month. Now that's going to put a burden on the exchequer. So while we were saying that the previous government did leave behind its exchequer, which is not really in a good condition, the TDP government, the NDA government is also expected to follow suit. But much more important will be what Naidu has promised apart from the welfare agenda, which is development, which is more investments coming into the state, which is more jobs. And the people of Andhra Pradesh, we have seen from this particular verdict, are an impatient lot. They can also be an angry lot. So Naidu will have to deliver things and deliver them fast, at least to be seen as delivering fast. The bonhomie that we saw between the Prime Minister and the Chief Minister today is an indication that the help will be forthcoming from the center. But it's not just the center that Naidu can depend entirely on funds. He will have to look at other ways and means in order to raise funds to fund all these different schemes.
You know, especially if things don't go down the way they did the last time around for Naidu, T.S. Sudhir, the question will also be, now, was this the settlement that was reached? Because clearly what many thought that the allies didn't quite get their pound of flesh that they had asked for, to put it in those terms, where only the civil aviation ministry in terms of the cabinet ministry coming in for the TDP. Will it be now that the alliance will be put to test because the kind of financial assistance possibly the TDP would want off the center, they would need to deliver? Maybe is that the arrangement?
See, one of the things that a senior TDP leader told me was that the mistake we made in 2018-19 was to look at the national picture while neglecting our backyard in Andhra Pradesh, which is why we lost Andhra Pradesh so badly. They don't want to make the same mistake this time. They want to consolidate in Andhra Pradesh, which is why the focus is going to be largely the state. Chandrababu Naidu somewhere also realizing that just getting ministries at the center, while it will look like you are adding heft to the party's image nationally, it's not going to help a regional party like the Telugu Desam, which really does not have ambitions beyond the boundaries of Andhra Pradesh. So the focus is going to be largely Andhra Pradesh, because Naidu realizes that this he can pass on a legacy of having been a development plus welfare man. And if he can do that, he will manage to consolidate.
So Andhra's top priority. So no talk of even wanting the speaker's post.
Well, I can't confirm for sure whether they really want a speaker's post, or even the BJP would be willing to pass on the speaker's post for now. Remember, he got the speaker's post at a time when he did not have any ministers in the NDA government led by Atal Bihari Vajpayee. So at that time, he had asked for the speaker's post for GMC Balayogi. But subsequently in 2014, he was quite happy with the ministry. So that seems to be the deal as of now. But the last word certainly not been said.
All right. We're going to wait for that. Thank you, T.S. Sudhir, for joining us there. With that, let's quickly shift focus to the other states. Two states had their swearing-in ceremonies today, both with a new political dawn. You saw Andhra Pradesh, star-studded, politically star-studded as well. And let's move now to the state of Odisha. The lotus has finally bloomed for the BJP in Odisha after 24 years. And Mohan Charan Majhi, the first BJP chief minister of Odisha, took oath with his two deputies, KV Singh Deo and Pravati Parida. Parida is the first deputy CM of Odisha. Prime Minister, along with a number of union ministers and other dignitaries, attended Majhi's historic oath-taking. Also attending the event in a good political gesture was Naveen Patnaik himself, the Biju Janata Dal chief who headed the state for 24 years.
मेरे को महाप्रभु जगन्नाथ जी इतना बड़ा दायित्व दिया है उड़ीसा क्षेत्र में काम करने के लिए और वो दायित्व निश्चित रूप से मैं निभाऊंगा। उड़ीसा लोगों का काम करने के लिए मैं निश्चित रूप से दायित्व लिया है और संकल्प भी लिया है। जो माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी जो मोदी गारंटी का जो बात बोले काम करने के लिए और निश्चित रूप से उड़िया लोगों के मोदी गारंटी का जो काम उसको निश्चित रूप से अगला 5 साल में करके दिखाऊंगा।
I want to bring in Jayanto Ghoshal, senior journalist, into this conversation. Jayanto Ghoshal, Mohan Majhi, tell us a bit more about him, why the pick, and also his two deputies. We finally also have a deputy chief minister who's a woman.
Yeah, it's a very interesting package, actually. I'm telling you, it's a major victory of BJP in Eastern region. Why I'm talking about this Eastern region? Because I still remember, Priti, Amit Shah, when he became the party president in the old party office in Ashoka Road, that was the first press conference, and he said that if we want to be real pan-Indian party, we have to reach to the east and south, even northeast. BJP conquered Assam and several northeast states. And in West Bengal, I must say that it's a major success of BJP from 0 to something, 77 MLAs, although the ambition of West Bengal has not been fulfilled. But in Odisha, it's a major victory. And the very interesting phenomenon that this man, what you're talking about, Mr. Majhi, he is from tribal community, 23 to 25% tribal population in Odisha. And Deputy Chief Minister Parida, Pravati Parida, she is from SC for population. And Singdo, he's from royal family, So it's a very interesting combination.
Right.
And this Majhi is from Sangh also, RSS background he has.
Right.
So this is very interesting. And one thing I should say, that Naveen Babu, whenever I visit Odisha, in the last election also, this election also, the general mass, sometimes they call Biju Babu. अभी भी बिजू बाबू है, जब तक बिजू बाबू है हम बिजू बाबू के साथ है, मतलब they are saying that Naveen Babu is Biju Babu, but if Naveen Babu is not there, because this time the health issue was there, and there is a sudden announcement that he may not be the successor, and that is a major defect and the strategical mistake of BJD. And BJP, they are not NDA member, they are fighting, but they said friendly fight. Prime Minister himself said that friend, my friend. And in spite of that, this is a very interesting thing. And Priti, today, Naveen Babu was there. That is a Sishtachar. It's a very interesting phenomenon.
Interesting. But Jayanto, that's what I want to ask you. The second question I want to lead to is the sheer fact that is there a sense in the BJD camp now, a lot has happened where the BJD is concerned after the verdict. You've had Mr. Pandyan exit politics. You've had, what you pointed out right now, and rightly so, Naveen Babu sitting right there on the same dais as the new BJP CM takes oath. What happens now in the relationship of the BJD and BJP? And is there a sense in the BJD cadre that they allowed the BJP to take this space?
I don't know what will be the future of the relationship, because it's a very interesting for a political analyst and journalist to study, because Mr. Pandyan, it's a major mistake that Tamil origin, and the major campaign against him. He said that I am the successor. And now, Naveen Babu, there is no successor, and the BJP relationship is not antagonistic. And I still remember when Dharmendra Pradhan fought against Naveen Babu in that last election, after victory, Prime Minister and Home Ministers advised him to go to Naveen Babu. He touched Naveen Babu's feet, and there was no, acrimony. There was a federal relationship. And I'm telling you an interesting anecdote. In the COVID time, Naveen Babu called Prime Minister around 2 a.m. and that there is a major crisis in my state, that there is a crisis of this vaccine. And Prime Minister called the Pune people, and in the early morning, that all those vaccines reached in Odisha. That was a federal relationship. So I don't know. I don't expect merger of these two parties. But the Congress, I saw Congress, the JB Patnaik to Gomango. Now right. Congress, that space BJP has occupied that space. So BJD, maybe, who will be the leader of BJD? That is the major crisis of BJD party now.
All right, and we're going to keep a keen eye on the developments there. Who's the successor to Naveen Patnaik? Appreciate you joining us, Janto Ghoshal, getting us the latest with that. Let's dip into the latest news break that is coming in, and that's coming in from Wayanad. Rahul Gandhi is in Wayanad. The question is, will Rahul Gandhi leave the Lok Sabha seat of Wayanad and stick to Rai Bareli? Lots of speculation, viewers. The latest that is coming in is Rahul Gandhi spoke in Wayanad, and he says, and I quote, "I would like to thank everyone in Wayanad for the love and affection you have shown me. Many people are speculating Wayanad or Rai Bareli. Everybody knows the answer to this question except myself. But do not worry, both Wayanad and Rai Bareli will be happy with my decision." Now, this is in the realms of speculation. Is Rahul Gandhi leaving Wayanad and is Priyanka Gandhi fighting Wayanad, or vice versa? Is Rahul Gandhi leaving Rai Bareli? And is Priyanka Gandhi fighting Rai Bareli? Earlier on, at least where the Congress sources were concerned, said that was way before the massive mandate the India Alliance has got, especially in the state of Uttar Pradesh. Before that, the speculation was Rahul Gandhi, if he wins Rai Bareli, will leave it for Priyanka Gandhi to fight in by-election and make her entry into the Lok Sabha. This time around, after such a keen mandate, where the Congress has now won after a decade, 6 seats, I beg your pardon, in the state of Uttar Pradesh. Will this now lead to Rahul Gandhi holding on to Rai Bareli? Lots of speculation, political speculation right from that.
I'd like to once again thank every single person in Wayanad for the love and affection that you have given me. And many people are speculating Wayanad or Rai Bareli. Everybody knows the answer to this question except myself. So don't worry, both Rai Bareli and Wayanad will be very happy with my decision.
Now, what does that really mean? We're going to leave it for you to decide. And we're going to let you know when he does make a decision and who's filling in that spot, either in Wayanad or in Rai Bareli. With that, let's shift focus now to the continuing controversy over NEET. The Delhi High Court today heard a plea challenging the NEET exam amidst widespread protest and controversies. The court refused to put a stay on NEET counselling and adjourned the matter to the 5th of July. With this, the NTA, the National Testing Agency, is all set to move Supreme Court, urging the top court to hear all cases related to NEET paper leaks and grace marks. NTA informed the court that petitions relating to NEET exams and its results are pending in several high courts across the country. Students continue to protest a week after the results have come out, with 67 students getting full 720 out of 720 and more than 1,500 students getting grace marks, all in the realms of controversy. Now, NEET UG 2024 results continue to spark doubts in minds of aspirants. 24 lakhs of them. I want to cut across to Milan Sharma, who follows the education beat. She's joining us live. Milan, what transpired in the Delhi High Court today? Give us the implications, what to expect in the future.
Pretty clearly, there have been a lot of petitions that have been filed by student unions, students and parents themselves from across the country when it comes to NEET. So what essentially is being done right now is that the High Court as well as the Supreme Court, in both set of courts, there are different cases. And the plea and the order in which, the things will move in future is when, they will be told to club all these cases together and at least, take them to the Supreme Court together. The date given by the Supreme Court for the next hearing is 8 July. But, there are other cases as well in the High Court related to grace marks, related to time lapse and other, anomalies that are coming forward for both these cases. So therefore, they have not stopped. Neither courts have stopped the process of counseling. Now, counseling is a very important process that should start right after the examination results are declared. And it should ideally be done, in the next week. Counseling is when students can then apply to many seats and all those prestigious seats where we talk about in AIIMS and other good medical colleges to take forward their studies. But that is now going to be disrupted in the coming days. I can see that because there's no consensus on, whether the recommendation committee of the NTA will come back with a quick reply to the court and whether or not the courts will actually say in the anomalies of these 1,500 odd students who have been given grace marks and their rank inflation has happened, whether or not the court then says to the NDA that conduct their exams again. So that is a very big question that is all dependent on the courts right now, Preeti.
And we're going to keep a keen eye on developments there. Thank you, Milan, for joining us. With that, let's shift focus to the massive tragedy that has taken place in Kuwait's Mangaf district. 49 Indians are confirmed dead in the labor camp building where the fire broke out in a kitchen in the 6-story building. Dozens were rescued, but many deaths resulted from smoke inhalation. The External Affairs Minister, Dr. S. Jaishankar, condoled the death in the fire and said the Indian embassy will render full assistance to all concerned. Meanwhile, Indian envoy in Kuwait met with the injured who are receiving medical treatment.
Fortunately, there was neglect from the part of real estate dealers. They violate, and this is the result of the violations. As we speak, there is 41 people killed, and the reason is the real estate dealers, unfortunately.